Ralph Wiggum isn't screaming at me in this logo. Yay! It's the Predator scanning sound effects and Casio watch visuals. I will now be on board for anything this movie wants to do for you. Have satisfied my nostalgic desires. Also, title vulvas. Feeling the need to specify what AVPER stands for, but not making it clear enough at any point to be readable. Nobody who watches the skies for a living notices this big-ass alien spaceship. Still! Meanwhile, on Not That, Paul Anderson's Alien vs. Predator. Also, sorry movie, while you may have fooled the audiences of 2007, it's pretty clear that this is not the same table and not even the same Predator that we saw at the end of Aliens vs. Predator. They couldn't even get the damn planet in the right position. And to add insult to inconsistency, the new alien bursts out of his chest instead of his stomach and is facing the wrong way. And it was at this point in the movie I was asked to leave the theater. And behold, the Pred Alien was born. But based on how much of a disappointment this movie ended up being to critics and fans alike, I'll be switching the portmanteau to the much more appropriate Alienator. Forgive me, Tegan Clive. Luckily for all these Alien and Predator movies, whenever a spaceship comes down or crashes, it's always in a super remote area, and never just randomly land or crash in the middle of a thriving metropolis. It's as if they know they need the majority of the nearby citizens to be unaware for at least a half hour or so for the sake of movie pacing. For some reason, this Predator uses his arm thing to send a distress call instead of nuking the whole place like we've seen every single other Predator do in similar situations. I have no f***ing clue how this acidic alien blood works. In the not from the director of Boogie Nights' first Aliens vs. Predator, Alexa's jacket gets hit with it, and she simply removes the jacket and moves on with her day. But here, it hits this man's jacket within a few seconds, has made its way through every layer of clothing, and has taken his arm off of his body, as if knowing it would result in maximum child trauma and a cool shot for the audience. Wow! We're finally going to see the Predator's home planet! It's brown, with a tinge of red. Bit Mars-ish, I suppose. And there are tower things with skulls at the bottom. Well, my erection is satisfied. The footage in this distress call is clearly from the POV of one of the Predators. Cool. But where did these opening and closing external shots of the ship come from? Okay, maybe they have a probe that can see that far away, but who the f*** has taken the time to edit that external footage together so it seamlessly transitions into and out of the distress call? And why? This Predator probably has a name, but since we're never told what it is and he decided to gratuitously show off his missing mandible here, I'm going to call him Toothless. Forgive me, Jay Baruchel. I know all of us who liked the first two Alien films were waiting patiently on the movie that would bring them to Earth, but I don't know that any of us were envisioning a movie where they were just rocking the suburbs of Colorado, but here we are.
How you doing, Dallas?
I hope you enjoyed that riveting 6 minutes of Alienator action, folks, because it's going to be a long f***ing wait from here to anything interesting as we instead introduce all the humans and their decidedly 2007 backstories. My God, do you think that was the sheriff?
Look, the only reason you got this job is because your guidance counselor begged me to give it to you.
Movie spends a lot of time on this working at a pizza place sucks bit, as if there's a chance I'll feel sympathy towards this character instead of seeing him as the extraterrestrial hunter fodder he truly is.
What is that?
Convenient detached human hand is convenient and detached.
It's a cute outfit, Ricky.
Yeah, as in Halloween in October.
I think the fact that this kid was forced to dress up as a pizza delivery guy for Halloween might go some way to explaining how he became a bully. Movie delivers generic bullies that even Stephen King wouldn't touch. I believe the technical term is doing it underdoggy style.
Let's go, Jesse.
Jesse abandons Ricky while he's in pain and car keyless instead of ditching Dale and his douche bros immediately. And the real sin is that I'm dissecting some teen drama bullshit instead of watching some aliening and predatoring. How is this guy not bled out already? He lost half his f***ing arm. You'd think I'd have a solid chance of going through my entire life without seeing an alien worm bust out of a 9-year-old's ribcage. But AVPER is here to defy the odds in the name of taking a conceit too far.
Are these for me?
Kids!
You got a problem with the door?
I have less of a problem with Ricky's entry method than I do with Dallas's decision to sit and wait in the dark for however long until Ricky gets back home.
Butch, shut up!
Butch should not shut up. Butch is a good boy, and his superior senses should be listened to. Butch deserves better, and Butch is the only character I shall be mourning this day. Holy shit! Does this alien have predator dreads? When aliens come out of human bodies, they don't automatically have the same hair said humans had, so why are dreads? However, the idea of an alien-predator hybrid actually sounds really fucking cool. Maybe one day they'll make a movie where we actually get to see one. Friends, I may just have to accept that no one is watching the skies for a living. I would give all the sins back if Toothless raised his hand in the sky and screamed, "Thanks for dropping me in the water, Gary!" Also, high-tech camouflage that is outfoxed by water. No one will be seated as Toothless does some fancy tracking shit with his Predator tech for all the "this isn't giving me the boner you think it is" movie sometime. Followed by 42 seconds of Ramboing. This attempt at building tension while the bomb countdowns and Toothless arms himself is rather neutered by the fact that he set the bomb and therefore probably knows how to not be killed by it.
Mom.
Green Predator vision fake out.
You want to do it? You're the convict in the family.
Being this big of an asshole to the guy who agreed to go down into a sewer with you to find your fucking keys.
Why don't we just climb down from where they threw your keys? So Jesse can see me climb out covered in
Close, but it's actually to give you a reason to crawl through the sewers and bump into a few baby alien jump scares, because the movie thought that would give it a pass on being as boring as a walk through a dark sewer.
It's gross down here.
I see the movie is trying to tell me that Ricky is the smart one in this brotherhood.
I got him. Let's go.
This sewer scene is so pointless. What did we learn, kids? We learned that Ricky likes Jesse and that the aliens are in the sewer, and that's it. And that's all we already knew. I guess we learned to never do it again.
Do you think that something happened?
Your husband and son are missing, lady, and the entire police department is looking for them. Yes, something happened. Toothless will use this blue stuff throughout the movie to destroy any evidence of aliens, as if he knows that there's an existing canon of alien movies to protect. Giving your son a name that starts with B when his last name starts with B, unless you're assuming he will get bitten by a radioactive spider or some other tragedy that will give him superpowers. Giving your child an alliterative name is never acceptable.
You know, you look at me that same way in class.
Yeah, well, clock's behind you.
Jessie doesn't buy this logic, but honestly, she probably should. Right now, there is a pizza place behind her, and the way I look at pizza could absolutely be mistaken for lust. The last time we saw Toothless, he was tracking alien babies through the forest and getting rid of evidence, and this scene is totally different and way more engaging because it's exactly the same thing, but now he's in a sewer. The idea of a predator hunting and fighting an alien is such a badass concept. Maybe one day they'll make a movie where we actually get to see that happening. If the alienator could get out of the sewer this easily, then why hasn't it already done that? Why would it stay at a place where there was no one to plant alienator babies in? Also, Papa John's. Holy velociraptors! Steven Spielberg really should have sued. Also, it's almost imperceptible, but if you jack the volume all the way up and overlay the subtitles from Wonder Woman 1984, you actually hear this alien saying apex predator cliche. This is going to end up being Molly's hand under the covers, creating one of the weirdest fake scares I've ever seen. Who moves their hand this slowly up through the covers? And psychopath, that's who. And we follow the weirdest fake scare ever with the weirdest transition ever. What was the point of us seeing Molly pick up the binoculars if they were just going to immediately transition to Dallas at the bar? It comes off like the binoculars have magical powers, and honestly, I wish we were watching a movie about that instead.
Sheriff, we have a report of a small gas explosion in the sewer under 16th.
Notify the fire department. I'll meet him there.
Allow me to sum up the first 40 minutes of this movie. Alienator and facehuggers go places and kill people. Predator follows shortly after. Sheriff follows shortly after Predator. Teen drama happens, and then we repeat the above in a new location. I don't care if that's how it might actually go down in the real world. I shouldn't be this bored in a movie called Alien vs. Predator.
You want some help? I don't know, Dallas.
The answer is, no, you're a civilian. I don't care that the movie chose you to be the lead or that you and I grew up together. You're staying here because you're a convicted felon and this isn't fucking ride along. Remember in Alien when we got to know the crew and actually felt something when one of them died? Yeah, that was amazing. So why the is most of this movie watching aliens clumsily kill random people that we know nothing about? Wait, why the isn't Toothless dissolving this body too? Sure, he scans it, finds there's no chest burster inside, but the dude still has all sorts of alien spittle all over him. There has to be something worth dissolving here other than my patience. I know that I and millions like me have gone on record to say that the thing both the Alien and Predator franchises were missing was some Scream or Final Destination style teen male gazy shenanigans by a dimly lit swimming pool. It might have taken until 2007, but I'm glad Fox finally listened.
Are you looking at me or the clock?
I actually am looking at the clock because it says 10:05, which means that Ricky did get here at exactly 10 p.m. And the teenage boy that I once was is calling bullshit on him and his boner not being there at 9:15 just in case. Also, because I don't want to think about films sexualizing teens anymore, let's concentrate on my confusion about whether or not any of these kids have parents. Because when the town starts evacuating, we're going to have Ricky and Jesse along with Dale and Dallas all together. But not one of them will mention anything in regards to their mother or father. Is this the Children of the Corn Town? Wait, why don't we have that Predator crossover?
No, Ricky, stop it!
Ricky versus Dale, Requiem for a better movie. Great, just what this movie needs. Less lighting. Also, the lack of lighting is so pervasive that it almost makes you wonder if the directors weren't 100% loving their Alien and Predator designs and wanted to make sure we couldn't see the blemishes. But here's the thing. I would much rather see a person dressed up in a Party City Alien Queen costume than not be able to see anything at all.
Daddy!
Oh, bullshit that there's a power cut, and yet these guys wait until they hear a scream before checking on their daughter. I wish I could pour that magic go-away liquid on this movie. Fake-ass looking fire is looking fake-ass.
Sure. Yeah, I think you should hear about this.
You better come take a hear about this cliche. Predator Vision makes all of the vehicles look like the Mystery Machine, but movie does not supply me with Scooby snacks, so I am forced to add another sin. I am justice. I am the night. I am Predman.
Look out!
Holy shit, the sheriff nearly drove straight into the next act of the movie. What luck!
Hey, people are dying. We need guns.
Thinking that more guns will equate to fewer people dying.
Where are the guns?
This line of dialogue is not followed up by Dale saying, I've got a gun show going on right here, baby, and the movie suffers because of this.
We're not gonna make it, are we?
Well, I don't know about the other guys, but based on every B movie I've ever watched, you definitely aren't, and I wouldn't bank on a cool death either. You're gonna get one of those lame Final Destination style deaths. I can smell it.
Terrorists hit Gunnison? Told you they would one day.
Ah, yes. All this movie needed was a nutty conspiracy theorist to add to the mix. I'd love to reward the movie for making an attempt at humor, but all I have is this.
Hello?
Lucky for the movie, all the characters we're supposed to give a about and Dale end up in the same shop together. Not that I want to see a bunch of babies get killed by the Alienator, but also, why doesn't the Alienator kill any of the babies? It's a f***ing killing machine. It should be killing all these babies. Again, to be clear, not something I want to see.
Oh, I think my water just broke.
I would give all the sins back from every Alien and Predator movie we've sinned if the Alienator delivers this woman's baby. Okay, team, I've got a crazy idea. Everyone loves the facehugger thing, so we're going to skip that step entirely and just have the Predalien vomit baby Predaliens into a host. But not just any host. They have to be a pregnant human because Darth Vader came to me last night from the planet Vulcan and told me it had to be that way. And then I figured we'll just start printing money for the rest of our lives.
You two look pretty shaken up.
Hasn't been an easy night for her.
Skip! It took me a while to work out that Toothless stops hunting the Alienator so that he can tie up Dallas instead and use him as bait. The reason it took me a while is because it's a dumb f***ing plan. This place is filled with human snacks, so why doesn't he just sit back and wait for the inevitable? There's no reason for him to expose himself here. I'm about to say that to the movie directly, Dale, because I can't believe you're still alive. How much longer do we have to suffer this asshole? Oh well, too little too late. Alien growling, Predator roaring, glass breaking, excitement. Yay, triplets! Or maybe quadruplets. I can't see shit. This graphic shows a forecast for some kind of contamination spread, but what the hell are they basing any of this on? All the Army knows is that the National Guard was taken out by some creatures and a few locals have gone missing. They have no idea that the Alienator is reproducing.
So you can drive that thing?
Dallas survives this. Toothless decides to take his shoulder-mounted torpedo things off his shoulder and turn them into one gun. But why did they suddenly stop working? Why is having one gun preferable to two? Why does it now have to charge up before firing? Stop asking reasonable questions and enjoy the movie, damn it! Also, I wonder how much of that blue stuff Toothless has, because now there's a hospital and a National Guard unit to clean up. I mean, at this point, why isn't he just nuking the whole town like every other Predator we've ever seen?
I hope we're both wrong.
What? If you're both wrong, that means that the Army isn't coming for you, Sheriff, and the helicopter isn't at the hospital. What you mean is that you hope you're both right. That way the Army picks you up and they escape with the helicopter. If the aliens and Toothless are all over the town at this point, why hasn't anyone in these cars been attacked? Why were Dallas and Morales able to have their discussion a minute ago sans being attacked? Did the aliens and Predator decide they needed to pause while humans developed more of their story for a few minutes? I don't need to know, but maybe someone out there does.
I didn't help anybody. I was too scared.
Am I supposed to care about this character's flaws and regrets? If I am, you probably should have given him more substance than just man who is passionate about fast food uniform protocol. Why are they pulling up this far from the emergency room entrance? They do realize there are aliens and a Predator out there, right? Right?
Whatever happens inside, the only person that can't get hurt is Kelly. All right, we all protect Kelly.
What is this, the Titanic? Screw the women and children first, man.
This guy hasn't been facehuggered. Kicking a door instead of knocking first. Who's gonna clean up that glass? Because I bet it's not gonna be you, Mr. Toothless. I know I'm beating this horse all the way into the ground, but god damn it, why can't we see anything? Even if you're trying to cover up some issues with your creature designs, this is just a bunch of humans walking up some stairs. Why can't we see that more clearly? Also, here's my Requiem for a bonus round. Yep, the lighting is so laughably bad that we attempted to make a bonus round out of it. The problem was it ended up being the entire fucking movie. So here's all those sins in one not 87-minute long dump. All right, finally, some Predator on Alien Predator hybrid action in total darkness. But also, we've got two creatures with equal abilities going all punchy on each other, and one will win because science?
Jesse! No, wait!
Jesse, who's supposed to be a teenager, is sexualized out the ass in this movie and now gets arguably the most brutal death in the movie. It's not quite Zara and Jurassic World kind of brutal, but it's still a super way to treat what is probably the nicest and most morally grounded character in the movie. You gave her a worse death than Dale. Dale! This was edited so confusingly that for a second I thought Ricky had body tackled Toothless into the elevator shaft. I was very disappointed to find out he'll still be with us for the last 15 minutes of the movie. God damn, they're gonna fire a nuclear weapon on US soil? Based on what? A glorified animal attack? We're talking about a nuke. Why does it feel like the army knows way more about the specifics of this alien attack than they actually should?
I'm not leaving you.
Get to the chopper! Come on!
Don't worry, Dallas. This alien has taken a shine to you and will not only wait for the gun to charge up, but they'll even wait for you to get off a cool line. Dude, I said a cool line, not the most basic you could possibly think of. I heard somewhere that Michelle Pfeiffer did this entire scene in one take. All of the Predator movies have a scene where a Predator takes his mask off, but none of the Predator movies explain why there is a scene where the Predator takes his mask off. I am so glad that, much like the first movie, we're still taking these two gods of stealth and reducing them to fisticuffs and close quarters wrestling. It makes me feel better about arbitrarily padding the sin counter. Holy shit, they gonna kiss? I will get back all the sins and stop making videos if they start making out. When we talk about crazy movie endings, we talk about Thelma and Louise driving off the cliff, Bruce Willis being dead the whole time, Norman Bates is his mother, but no one ever mentions the government dropping a nuclear bomb on a populated town in Colorado at the end of this movie. Maybe because it's Aliens vs. Predator Requiem, and all those other movies are considered legit classics, but still, this is possibly the most f***ed up ending ever, or at least until The Mist.
Hang on!
Everyone survives this.
We need a medic for my brother.
Medevac is inbound.
What? They're gonna let the four of them live after killing everyone else in the town? Guys, I no longer understand what's going on.
Are the monsters gone?
They're gone.
They are not, although it'll be some time before they're in a movie worth watching again. But sometimes, if you pray hard enough, anything is possible. Also, I can't believe we got this one movie of Kelly Ripley instead of another entire season of Michelle Dessler.
The world isn't ready for this technology.
But this isn't for our world. Is it, Miss Yutani?
Can't wait to find out where all this leads in Aliens vs. Predator 3. Wait.
Is everybody in the room okay with pretending that never happened?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Dad?
I think it's just indigestion.
Hey, Jesse. Hi.
That is so fetch.
Come out, wherever you are.
Clever girl. Got soup.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Got your nose. Take care.
I hope we're both wrong.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm not leaving you.
Get to the chopper!
You don't have to do this, Dallas.
Get to the chopper!